Our school is located in a smaller village called Enge, nearby Bielefeld in Germany. And we have about 1,000 students actually, and 100 staff, teachers. And my role is not that important at all. No, I'm responsible for coordinating things due to the Erasmus Plus project, and actually I'm a French, Spanish and history teacher. When we start with the project, we actually didn't see if anything of these competencies are already included in other contexts. So we have to ask our colleagues, do you really do this? And they said, no, not really, but there is a bit of that and a bit of that. And if you do a project putting this all together, this would be great. Well, we have lots of students going abroad to America or to France, Spain, and they are studying there for a while, in between 3 months or a year. And when they come back, they always tell us little tiny stories, what happened there. And they didn't even thought before going there that this actually could happen. And sometimes like questions which could be very, let's say, naughty. You have fridges in Germany. Yes, we do. Why you are asking things like that? And this is already, let's say, a starting point to have, to talk about global competencies and why it is important. I think it's very important because we are living in a world which is more globalized every day. They use technologies we didn't even think of when we were younger, and they are connected to the entire world. So this is why they should learn that, let's say, very German or very European kind of view to the things. It's perhaps only one way to get to know the world, but it's not the only way. What others are thinking about, whatever, religion, politics, history, or other things, and they have to learn a certain kind, to be open-minded. It's not enough to tell them to be open-minded. They need some help to get to know the world and to get to know where the differences might be. First of all, I must admit we don't have a class, so we meet when we have time. At least we hope to meet once a month, but it didn't work out all the time. And I use an example my wife normally uses in her economic classes. I hope it's a good translation. It's called "Where is my jeans coming from?" And with this example, they can see that a cloth that they wear nearly every day is already something which is completely globalized. Where's the cotton from? Who does work on it? And when there is, where's the final work? And they see, okay, the jeans is really going from Africa to Asia to back to Germany and then to Italy. This is a very, very good example for starting. We try to profit from the situation that we have the students sometimes already had abroad in America and France and Spain, as I already said. And when they come back, we try to, what's the English word? Try to ask them, can you tell them what challenge you faced and how you managed it, and was it complicated or not? And I guess it is a very good approach because their student is talking to student and not a teacher to a student. And I guess students are listening more to each other. This is a challenge. It is a challenge due to organization in our agenda. Actually, there is no space for doing this, so we had to go to the headmasters asking for hours. The headmaster said, yeah, okay, I will give you some hours to do that. And then we have to think about, okay, with whom we are going to do this. So the pupils doing this project or being part of getting known what are global competencies, they are volunteers. So and we have to look for room, we have to look for materials. Yeah. Sometimes I come up with a little story, which actually I didn't really had, but my father, who works as a police officer, and he worked together with police officers in the Netherlands. And he had to deal with the situation that he was invited to have coffee, and they offered him cookies. They have lots of cookies on the table, but actually, if you are in the Netherlands, you only eat one cookie, he told me afterwards. And this was quite a difficult situation, because everybody was looking at the Germans. What are they doing? They're eating more than one cookie. So this is a story which can be used, and surely there are other stories just for telling them, hey, just around the corner, life might be different. Well, in German, there's you would say, just throw them into the water and said, swim. It's not the best way to do it, but I did this for having a certain kind of overview. Can they deal with the survey? And for this it was good, because there was something, well, the questions are where you can answer, there are some things on the left side, other things on the right side. And when they first did the survey, they didn't even recognize, I have to do something on the right side too. So this is something which includes already competencies. If you do it in a whole session, it's better. It takes more time, yes, but for our school it's better, because we have in the evening classes which are 19 minutes long. So we do have this time. If you only have 45 minutes or 50 minutes, it would be perhaps a bit in a hurry, but it worked for us. On the one hand, they recognize that they already have competencies. They already know, oh, this is something I already learned, or which I bring with me. And on the other hand, they get to know, okay, this is part of being a global citizen too. I need these competencies perhaps for doing that job or this kind of work. And this was like well, it opened the eyes for a bigger view. From the part of the headmasters, yes, they said it's a great thing to do. If you like to do it, do it. On the other hand, it was always an organization problem, because it wasn't in the schedule, so we have to find room and space for this. And sometimes, I have to admit, there were English words I didn't know, so I had to ask others, what is the meaning of that? Oh, I don't know, and I don't have time for this. Was sometimes the reaction of some of my colleagues. Others said, oh, what you are doing, can you please tell me? Oh, that sounds very interesting. Can I be part of the project? I guess one typical German teacher thought is, oh, this is much to do. Yes, it is, but don't be afraid, because it's a very let's say, if you see your students progressing, doing this work, you will smile, because you will see that they will learn a lot. So just do it.